Hi folks, let's have a look and see what was new on Netflix from the 20th of September to the 4th of October. After a brief hiatus, SpongeBob is back, but only season 6 of his classic TV show. After most of DORA was removed, we now have Dora the Explorer season 6 back. Similarly with Go Diego, Go Diego, Go Diego, we now have season 4 back. Season 1 of Bo on the Go is back, as is season 1 of Animal Mechanics, now joined by season 2. A new show about two girls who set up a babysitting service called Sam and Cat debuts. And there's a new show based on the online adventure game Wakufu, or something like that. Shushaby provides a trippy outreach to kids to encourage them to go to sleep. There's 2 seasons of the all-new CGI-infused Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cartoon, and there's a whole rake of new documentaries in the Nova series from PBS. We have The Poisoner's Handbook, Richard Pryor, An Icon, Robin Williams Remembered, Navy SEALs Their Untold Story, Vaccines Calling the Shots, Surviving Ebola, Rise of the Hackers, Killer Landslides, First Air War, Why Planes Vanish, First Man on the Moon, Emperor's Ghost Army, Bigger Than T-Rex, Ben Franklin's Balloons, and The Secrets of Her Majesty's Secret Service. There's a series from 2007 called Urban Legends that dramatises events of certain urban legends over the years. The first series of BBC's Atlantis arrives about a man sent through a vortex to the city of Atlantis, featuring Mark Addy. Rain is a new drama series chronicling the rise to power of Mary Queen of Scots. Human Prey is a documentary series that looks into the true tales behind people who've been attacked by the world's deadliest animals. Coochie coo. Street Food is a culinary tour around the world sampling dishes from food stalls. Bernard O'Mahony hosts Gangsters, Faces of the Underworld, a documentary looking at Britain's most famous and infamous gangsters. The first 6 seasons of ITV's comedy drama Benidorm appears. 1-season adventure show Terra Nova, about a family transported back 85 million years to a prehistoric Earth, joins. 5th season of Once Upon a Time, the TV show set in a fairy tale world, debuts. Season 1 of Hell's Kitchen is back with season 2 in tow, and pick of the week for the TV shows is Scream. This TV series sequel to the classic horror franchise is perfect for this time of year and one of the better movie to TV transitions. Extreme sports documentary Attention, A Life in Extremes appears. A documentary about the evolution of the skateboard culture in the 1980s through to the present day appears. Oh wait, Ireland's skateboard culture, because Ireland's so famous for their skateboarding. Documentary Big Men is about the trail of liquid gold that streams through Western Africa, oil. A bit of stand-up comedy with Angela Johnson, not fancy. And a pretty cracking documentary From Bedrooms to Billions, all about the 40-year history of the British video games business. Cheerful crime comedy Gambit arrives with Colin Firth and Cameron Diaz. There's an impressive Vietnam War movie from John Irvin, Hamburger Hill. The Human Centipede trilogy is now on Netflix for all to enjoy. Be warned, these films are quite rough through and through. I have not seen the 3rd yet, however, I can't imagine it being any more family-friendly than the first 2. Steven Spielberg's slightly overlong war drama, War Horse appears. Canadian teen drama The Lesser Blessed looks positively thrilling. The lesser sequel to Yip Man 2 reminds you just how brilliant the first one was. Thankfully the first one is there too, so you can watch it before the second one. Animated horsey movie Spirit, Stallion of Cimarron, featuring Matt Damon and the late Charles Napier. Semi-documentary about the cult leader Jim Jones, leading a bunch of his followers to a mass suicide, Jonestown Paradise Lost. Pixar expands its Cars franchise with The Same Thing in the Skies, with planes. Disney's sequel to Peter Pan, Return to Neverland's arrived. Kevin Smith Abomination, Jersey Girl's there too. There's a Rachel McAdams romantic drama called About Time that I actually quite enjoyed. Sci-Fi Channel original 10.0 Earthquake shakes its way onto the screen, featuring Jeffrey Jones. How is that man still working? There's a TV drama called A Gift of Miracles, promises to bore the tears out of you. On the other hand, there's Housebound, a surprisingly witty horror film from New Zealand. A Lovecraftian horror flick here called Spring, set in Italy. Looks quite promising, actually. A Birder's Guide to Everything is a coming-of-age comedy featuring Ben Kingsley and some birding escapades. Action comedy featuring Ving Rhames and Carrie Elwes was originally called Armed Response, and doesn't look necessarily too bad. Boys is a drama from the Netherlands about a teen athlete who falls in love with a relay race teammate that some Kentucky county clerks probably won't be watching. Concussion is not a promising looking film with Will Smith. In fact, it's a film about a woman who gets a blow to the head and, I don't know, deals with it. Take a blow to the head to get me watching it, that's for sure. Gaby is a comedy drama about a woman who wants to have a baby with a gay man. Sure, it's hilarious. Eastern Boys is a drama about young male prostitutes in Russia, Romania and the Ukraine. That gets pretty good reviews across the board. Pretty top-notch horror from Lucky McKee the Woman, about a family attempting to civilize a member of a violent clan from the hills. In Romantics Anonymous, the owner of a chocolate factory falls in love with an employee. Looks sweet. French comedy starring Gérard Depardieu, My Afternoons with Marguerite, is about a handyman who befriends a 95-year-old lady. Together they get embroiled in a drug deal and have to escape an exploding volcano whilst being chased by a ninja dachshund. Not really, just checking that you're listening. One of Robin Williams' last movies, The Angriest Man in Brooklyn, sees him suffering from a brain aneurysm that gives him only 90 minutes to live. Omar is a love story about a young Palestinian freedom fighter who falls in love with an Israeli woman. Comes highly recommended online. Live Nude Girls is a comedy featuring Dave Foley and Andy Dick. Probably sounds a lot better than it is. Looking like an old-fashioned 80s comedy, Ping Pong Summer features Leah Thompson and Susan Sarandon. Might be worth a view. There's a dramatisation of the September 29th, 2008 government guarantee to bail out the Irish banking system. Couldn't get more exciting than that. Pernicious is a gory supernatural thriller set in Thailand about 3 girls' encounter with Thai black magic. What If is a Christian-themed movie with Kevin Sorbo from Hercules and John Cliff from Cheers. Contract Killers is a very exciting-looking Hitman versus Contract Killer versus Hitman movie. It looks very exciting. Remake of the Chuck Bronson movie starring Jason Statham, The Mechanic, loses Jan Michael Vincent, but more than makes up for it by having Jason Statham. This isn't actually all that bad of an action movie. Stalked by a Neighbour is a TV movie about a mother and daughter who move to suburbia, finding out they're being stalked by some sinister shadow in the darkness. And from the title, I'm guessing it's The Neighbour. Codename The Cleaner is a slapstick comedy featuring Cedric the Entertainer and the lovely Lucy Liu. Man from Reno is a Kickstarter-funded project, looks like an old-fashioned film noir, and gets great reviews online. Finders Keepers is a documentary about a woman who finds an amputated body part in a barbecue that she bought at an auction. And my movie pick of the week, whilst it might not be for everyone, it certainly was for me, Bad Grandpa. A very funny tale that dishes out all kinds of comedy along its journey, whilst building a charming relationship between the 2 lead characters. Well, thanks for watching, and remember to check out what's new on Amazon.